fruity, 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 fruity.
What a shame.
Ring, 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 ding a ding, ring 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 a ding, a ding, a ring, ring, ring a ding.
What a shame.
Pain, pain.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Good evening, and welcome to Game Night. It's July. We're halfway through the year. It is Saturday the 2nd of July. I hope you're all doing well. Apologies for the computer gremlins. I don't know what's going on. It's not really tenable for me to have to restart my computer every time I pre-stream. So we're a bit late starting as well tonight, apart from the technical gremlins. We had dinner a little bit late, so few minutes after, but yeah, all good. Enough time to complete quiz. Oh, good. Good stuff, Lewis. Good. And I've just washed my hair as well. It hasn't quite dried yet, so I can't tie it up, so it's all just a bit floppy and all over the place, but there it is, such is life. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Well done to whoever took all of the pennies in Plinko right there. Thank you to Natter for that question pack, and to Alex for proofing it. Very grateful to you both. Short and sweet stream this evening. Well, short and sweet-ish, all things considered, notwithstanding the fact it's already 8:30 and we're yet to have, well, we've had 9 questions, I suppose, but okay, I'll read that then. It's Cryptex, first of all. We've got a pack from Apollo Nuevo. Proved it myself this afternoon. Looking very, very nice indeed. Nice and accessible for you all. So yeah, we'll have a lot of fun with this. If you want to play Cryptex this evening, you need to type in this code. And a message from our sponsor, Oni.
Hot damn, the guy makes 17. Not playing tonight. Watching with Lady Oni over an Asahi or 15.
Oh, sounds good. An Asahi. Is that an Indian lager? I think it's a. I normally see them in the local curry house to us. So yeah, Indian lager sounds about right. Enjoy, Oni. Enjoy, and Lady Oni as well. Thank you very much for the 17 months of subscription there. Very grateful to you for your support. And Odd Garrett, thank you very much for gifting that sub to Persephone's Twitch bot. It means that the bot will now have lots of emotes when talking to you in chat, or a few certainly. Who have we got? Good evening to Garrett and Arun, Super Patrick, We Like Shapes, Mark Colo, BC Lewis. Good evening, Vision, and to NPL Dart and Energia. Hello to Paulister and Quizzle and AD Me and to Daru. Exo Alto, DVD Smith, Silent Marine, Derek, Fernando, Anonymous, Jogging Jump, Brand New Halo, Zeus, Innis, Dogfish, Jack, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the stream. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you're in the mood for some good quizzing action. Like I say, Cryptex as written by Apodo Nuevo to start us off, and then moving on from there, we'll go into some scheduled spotlight. I have to formally give a retraction. On Thursday, I said, come along on Saturday because we're playing The Abyss and Risky Business. Turns out we weren't playing The Abyss and Risky Business, and I just looked at the wrong thing on the events schedule in the Discord server. It's actually that Abyss and Risky Business by Itzotli and Lupine, respectively. That is coming up on Tuesday. So Tuesday's stream, 3 days' time, if you wanted to. If you were expecting those, that's when they're coming up. But we've got Cryptex and Spotlight tonight, and then The Abyss and Risky Business, plus more face-off action as the heats rapidly draw to a close, all going to be cracking off on Tuesday. Should be lots of fun. Make sure you're here for that. In other news, Season 8 news is going to be coming soon. I'm going to be publishing the Season 8 question packs formally to the writers on Monday. I've said if you are here and you're a writer and you've got your oar in for something that you particularly want to write for, send me a DM before... Why am I running trailers on the piano? Send me a DM before Monday and I will save you something. All the usual suspects are there, but I only say that in advance because we are kind of... Well, relatively speaking, we're going to be limited on packs of Season 8. There's something of a dilution as the stream frequency stays up Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, but the stream length is going to be diluted, certainly in the weekday streams on the Tuesday and the Thursday. The Saturday is going to continue to be aiming to be around the 2 hour mark, but streams are going to be becoming a bit shorter, a bit punchier, and just based on a lot of feedback that people have given to me over the last a couple of seasons about there's maybe a fear of missing out, but actually people are a bit quizzed out after a couple of hours. So, and I've been really enjoying the shorter Thursday sessions, getting back to the olden days. So it means yeah, there's fewer games to go around, basically. So if you have got your eye in to do something, let me know. And I'm sort of limiting it to 2 advance packs per writer, and then when they go out to everyone, it will be open hunting season. So sort of take your pick. So that information is all going to be coming out next week. I'm going for the question writers on Monday. The schedule to everyone else will probably be going out broadly somewhere around Wednesday or Thursday, I suspect. Details of upcoming games as well. You might be wondering, why haven't we had a new game for a while? Ben normally makes a new game every month, and it's true, I do normally make a new game every month. I've been working on a couple of solo projects, as I'm sure you've seen. The Only Connect solo game, which the new puzzle for which was published today. Very grateful to DVD Smith, who's been doing a lot of co-writing with me for those puzzles. The standalone version of Cryptex, which went live and hasn't had a new puzzle yet because there's some tweaks I want to make based on some feedback that I had from the open response on the first session. So that's going to be coming back as well. And obviously I did the Winning Lines commission to do the Winning Lines standalone build as well. So that's sort of been occupying my... hello, Oni, welcome to the stream. That's been sort of occupying my time over these last months, but I have got a new Twitch Interactive game coming up in view of Season 8 being a slightly more chill season. Season 7's been quite intense with Face Off and the new day on the Thursday and just the sheer volume of packs that we've been getting through. Season 7's been quite full on, so Season 8 is going to be something of a backseat, but there is going to be a new game coming in. It's not going to be a formal tournament, but it's sort of structured to be a slightly informal tournament. And I will be saying more about that, and there will probably be a pilot game of that. It will probably be before the end of Season 7. I had earmarked the pilot to be the beginning of Season 8, but I think it will probably be ready before that, so keep your eyes open for more news about that. That's about everything. Should be up to date by now. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 12, 18, 23 of you in so far. Yeah, I like to have the series arc. I do like to have the tournament sort of structure. I do love a tournament, but sort of having a series arc like that and sort of making it a season of recovery, yeah, focus on probably making some changes to the games I've got, because I've been a little bit neglectful of past builds of late, not perhaps doing as much maintenance to them as I should be, but here we go. You love the tournament?
Pain.
Is that right, Aaron? Good stuff. Right, I'll give you another 30 seconds, and then our game of Cryptex, as written by Podo, will begin. Yes, Podo Nuevo wrote this. I proved it earlier on this afternoon. Nice. Need to respond to Dev in a bit as well. Asahi's Japanese. Oh, it's Japanese. Of course it's Japanese. Of course it is. So what seems to turn up in Indian restaurants? I'm thinking of Tiger, maybe. That's an Indian beer. Okay, this WhatsApp group is going mad. I need to... okay, it might actually be something of importance that I need to look at. Oh, okay. I actually need to do something about that anyway. There's a load of messages cracking off in a WhatsApp group about a wedding I'm going to in Spain, which I'm now probably not going to. Just with the cost of living at the moment is just eye-watering. Like a fool, I've left booking my flights till very late, but it looks like on the weekend of the wedding, Ryanair is striking, so that's going to be a major issue for people flying Ryanair. I hadn't actually booked my flights, but it's now looking at the point where basically the weekend was going to probably clear £1,000, and we just can't afford to at the moment, because it is just, everything is just so bonkers expensive right now, and we're things are pretty tight. So yeah, my long weekend in Spain is probably going to be put on ice, which is a real shame. But anyway, That's boring. I'll say more about that in a bit. Right, it is 25 to 9, so we should be well underway by now. There's 24 of you in here. AB, me, DVD Smith, Arun, Vision, Fernando, hello, Top, welcome to the stream. MPL Diet, Shapes 2, Innes, Paulus, Derek, Dogfish, Jack, Colo, Zeus, Joey Chum, Anonymous, Garrett, Quizzle, Mark, Tadaru, Silent Marine, BC, and Topper. You're all in ready to play Cryptex. Do enjoy the game. So one of your 19 monitors, believe it or not, 19 monitors don't have a huge resale value to it, and I haven't got 19, I've got 4 in a telly. So 5, I suppose. Not £1,000 just to get to Spain. To get to Spain is about 450, but then there's hotels for 2 nights, maybe £100 a night. That's 600. Connections from the airport. It's about 3 hours from the airport. Some carpooling. Going to have to contribute to fuel. Maybe that's another £50, and then sort of just drinks and being abroad is generally expensive. Plus transfer to the airport, possibly paying for parking. So all told, we're looking to. So you cut that out right now. All told, it'd probably be the best part of £1,000 for a long weekend, and it's just, I would feel quite guilty because we are tightening purse strings and on a sort of family level and our personal budget and stuff, and we're trying to. But you know, we're not starving to death. We're doing fine, but it's very notable how much the weekly shopping bill has gone up, and I'm not saying this because this problem is unique to me. This is a global thing, and certainly in Britain it seems inflation's at 11%. So it would have felt slightly wrong. Fiscally irresponsible, I think, is the expression I used to Megs the other day. I think it would have been fiscally irresponsible to just blow the best part of £1,000 when that's effectively our family budget for the month. Yeah, it is a lot. It would have been 220 if I'd booked it 3 months ago, but I put it off because cash flow through the business account was tight, and then last month when I could have booked it, it had gone up to 330, but then it went down on one day to something else. I thought I'll wait for it to come back to that, and now it's up at 430. So yeah, quid sounds about right. Yeah, 1,500-mile flight. I mean, you can get them cheap if you book early, but I'd say with the strikes, now it sounds like the strikes are happening, so I've got to add more fuel to the fire of people aren't going to get there because the flights are striking, or the Ryanair are striking, and then. Yeah, that sounds fair. And on that note, let's play Cryptex. Oh, I love this set. I had to strip it all out for the daily version. Pog, 2 perfect rows of 12, so 24 players in the game. Round 1 is decryption. You'll be presented with an index number and an 8-letter clue. 8 clues in total. These clues will help you crack the Cryptex at the end of the round. Clue of the Cryptex share the same letter in the index position. So, for example, you might get 6 hopping Australian marsupial. The answer would be kangaroo. You take the 6th letter of that and pop it into your Cryptex slot number 6. And just a reminder that pen and paper is advised for this game, or Google Sheets, or Notepad++, whatever note writer you fancy using. After all 8 clues have been revealed, there'll be a 10-second break. At any time before that break, you may submit the answer to any of the clues that have been revealed. Each correct answer is worth 5 points. Incorrect answers or repeats cost 1 point. So remember, you can try and answer even if it's no longer shown on the screen. So yeah, maybe you want to make a little note about it and see if it comes back to you later on. Slightly different from the daily Cryptex, the workings have changed just slightly. After the break, you've got to crack the Cryptex. You get a single attempt to do so. If you crack the Cryptex, it's worth 20 points, but if you fail, it costs you 10 points. No penalty for abstention. Whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot as always, and keep your eye on the chat, because when the question's in the chat, the question is live. Victorian typewriter, good idea, Topper. Magnetized needle in a steady hand. Oh, bloody hell. So I'll be reading the questions out as well. Those are the rules of the game. Once I press the button, the game is self-running. It will not stop until the end of the game. Good luck to you all. Let's have fun playing Cryptex. It's 20 to 9, and this pack comes from a Poda Nuevo. Let's play Cryptex. And here we go, round 1. 1 and 6 zeros, and 6 more zeros. It's 8 letters long. You want the 5th letter into your Cryptex slot. 5 points if you can tell me what this is. Plenty of green lights. Have a think about it. If you're not sure, you can come back to it later on. 8th letter now. South American country with Paramaribo as its capital. Writes on the wall with glue stick. Hey, whatever works for you, NPL Dot. Wrong answers coming in. Remember, all of these clues have got 8 letters in them. And remember, you can reattempt them if you are incorrect. Disney Duck with the catchphrase, "Let's get dangerous." Disney Duck with the catchphrase, "Let's get dangerous." We've got the fourth letter here. Fourth letter of this word. Add it to that slot in the Cryptex. May help you a bit later on. Moving on. Material derived from deciduous trees, often used in flooring. Material derived from deciduous trees, often used in flooring. 8 letters long, you want the 6th. Steady ticking of lights, both green and red here. Have a think about it, you can come back to it a bit later on. Next clue, also known as Jamaica pepper, a seasoning that tastes like a mixture of cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. You've got the 3rd letter here. Toot and Mark neck and neck, both moving up to 25 at the same time. Quite a lot of red lights coming in here. Moving on, a thick, slow-moving substance produced during the refining of sugar. 8 letters long, you want the 2nd. Remember, spelling does count in this game. Spelling must be exact. Moving on. He says, "Hey, hi diddly ho in the fields where poppies blow." He says, "Hi diddly ho in the fields where poppies blow." One of 13 in a game of Jeopardy. 8 letters long, you want the 7th. This is the last clue, so any others that you haven't solved, now is the time to go back. If you haven't, have a look at the ones you've got, see if there's enough there to work out the Cryptex word, which will be 8 letters long. Seeing a couple of 40s in here, Toot and Mark and Dogfish as well, all getting the perfect score of 40. That is time up, no more answers will be accepted. Have a look through the letters you've got. Have you done enough to work out the Cryptex? You don't have to attempt it. 20 points if you're right, minus 10 if you're wrong. Lots of green coming on here. A few people are going to sit it out. Can you have a guess from the limited letters you've got if you haven't got them all? Last few seconds to have a go if you want to. Innes just getting there in the nick of time. The solution was folklore. 1 and 6 zeros and 6 more zeros is a trillion, where we get the L. South American country of Paramaribo as its capital is Suriname, from where we got the E. Disney Duck with the catchphrase "Let's get dangerous" is Darkwing Duck, from where we got the K. Hardwood was a deciduous tree often used for flooring, where we got the O. Allspice is that mixture of cinnamon, nutmeg and clove, from where we got the L, or possibly something else. Molasses with the O, and Flanders with the F. And finally, 1 of 13 in the game of Jeopardy is a category, from where we got the R. That's the end of puzzle 1. Not too bad, not too bad. 3 players on a perfect score of 60 after the first round. We've got Dogfish, Mark and Toot all on 60. Jack close behind on 55. Quincel's got 54. Derek on 50. Innes 49. Zeus 45. Fernando 44. And MPL Dart and John Chum on 44. Odd Garrett, ABME and David on 43. Let's go on to puzzle 2. Type of tree climbed by Zacchaeus in the Bible. Type of tree climbed by Zacchaeus or Zacchaeus in the Bible. It's 8 letters long, you want the 3rd letter. BC first to break cover here. Dogfish, stop the count. Just a couple getting that one. Couple of 3 getting that one. Well done if you do know that one. Moving on. Twitter alternative, name for a prehistoric mammal. 8 letters, you want the 7th. Twitter alternative, named for a prehistoric mammal. The next general one in the UK must be held no later than January 24th, 2025. 8 letters long, you want the 8th letter. It's a depressingly long time away. Moving on. Mary Poppins sugar quantity. Mary Poppins sugar quantity. 8 letters, you want the 4th. Whoa! That's a great sea of green. Lovely, lovely. Note down the 4th letter of that word if you've got it. And add it to your Cryptex. Moving on. Solar-powered Japanese superhero known for their Spacium beam. 8 letters long, you want the 1st. Anonymous managing to find this answer. Jung Chum's got it as well. And Mark. Tricky one there. Let's go on. Willie Loman's occupation. Willie Loman's occupation. 8 letters, you want the 6th. Couple more clues still to come. Remember, you can answer previous clues even if they're no longer displayed. Let's move on. Handmade ammunition in a winter fight. 8 letters, you want the 2nd. Handmade ammunition in a winter fight. Line often found in factories or a school gathering. Line often found in factories or a school gathering. This is the final clue. So you've got a few more seconds to answer both this one and any other answers you want to attempt from the previous 7. And there is time up. Garrett and Zeus just get an answer in the nick of time. 10 seconds to check you're working. Have you done enough? Another perfect game there from Mark. Should be able to solve the Cryptex. Should be quite a few able to do it. There's a couple of 7s in here as well. 20 points if you solve, minus 10 if you are wrong. Anyone else want to have a guess? And there's time. The solution was uncommon. Sycamore was the tree climbed by Zacchaeus, from where we got the C. The Twitter alternative is Mastodon, from where we got the O. The next general election will be held no later than January 2025, from where we got the N. Mary Poppins' sugar quantity is a spoonful, from where we got the O. The solar-powered Japanese superhero known for their spacing beam is Ultraman, from where we got the U. A salesman was Willie Loman's occupation, from where we got the M. Handmade ammunition in a winter fight, of course, was a snowball, from where we got the N. And a line often found in factories is an assembly, from where we got the N. That's the end of puzzle 2. Mark with the lead. Perfect game after 2 puzzles on 120. 2 in second on 114. Zeus in third on 100. Quizzle 99. Innes 98. Derek 95. Jongchum 94. David and MPL Dart on 88. Jack 75. Dogfish and Anonymous on 74. So that's the end of the first round. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. Let's go on to round number 2. Here are the rules. Combination, identical gameplay to round 1, but each clue is now a combination of 2 words, sometimes called the Pokemon Generator round. The ending of the first word is blended with the beginning of the second word, and at least 2 of the letters will overlap. So a poker hand of 5 hearts would be a flush, bar black blank would be sheep. You blend them together, flush and sheep gives you an 8-letter nonsense word, flusheep. As before, take the index indicated, put it into that slot on the Cryptex, and use that to try and crack the Cryptex at the end. The Cryptex will always be a real word. The Cryptex will not be a blended word. Bear that in mind. And also bear in mind, even if you can't solve the clue, you might be able to solve half of it and still get some letters towards the Cryptex at the end. And as before, 20 points for solving the Cryptex, minus 10 if you're wrong. Salesman, death of, yes. Boom, boom, DVD Smith. Have a honk. Death of the salesman. Right. Come on, computer. I've explained the rules. I think it's time to begin combination. Here we go. Starting with, it describes bros in a video game franchise with 89 playable characters and a dancer, game show presenter and brother to Jordan Banjo. Got the first letter here, so even if you don't know one of the halves, you might still be able to get some information. Note down the index. Remember, you can still answer even if it's no longer on the screen, so you might want to come back to it a bit later on. A unit of ice cream and the threepenny blank. Third letter here. Third letter is what you want. Make a note if you can work out half of it. Might be useful later on. Moving on, a leavening agent and respiratory disorder, which includes the sudden constriction of airways. A leavening agent and a respiratory disorder, which includes the sudden constriction of airways. It becomes 8 letters when you smash them together. You want the 6th. Moving on, sudden overwhelming fear And atomic number 28 on the periodic table. 8 letters long when you smash them together. You want the 5th letter. Political influence, and to surpass in guile or cunning, perhaps like a vulpine creature. 8 letters long, you want the 4th. Second index is what you want here. Star Trek species with the world's most popular fictional language by number of speakers, and a large round percussion instrument often seen hung vertically. 8 letters long, you want the 2nd. So simultaneous solving there. A feeling of annoyance or embarrassment, and to level up in a video game through repetitive actions. 8 letters long, you want the 8th for your Cryptex. Last clue for you then. A chocolate and coffee drink, and a vixen or a beast, possibly. 8 letters long, you want the 7th. Mark II, Quizzle, Inca, all with a perfect board here, and Dogfish as well. And NPL Dart, and Vision. Shape's just missing the 1 here. Should be lots of solves at this point. Colo with 7. Shapes with 7. High scoring game. Paulister with 7. Remember, the Cryptex will be a real word. 20 points if you can find it. Minus 10 if you're wrong. No penalty for abstention. Crack the Cryptex. A lot of light. Andy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's good music, isn't it? Good to have you with us. The solution was slouched. Smashly, Smash and Ashley for that first one there. A Scoop and Opera for Scoopra for the next one. Yeast and Asthma, Yeastma for the next. Panic and Nickel, Panicle for the next. Clout, Political Clout and Outfox for Clout Fox. Klingon and Gong for Klingong, which is quite fun to say. Chagrin and Grind for Chagrind. Sounds a bit rude. And Mocker and Chaser for Mo Chaser. Or, yeah, Mo Chaser, I think. It's the end of puzzle 3. Lots of green there, lots of very high solves. And after 3 puzzles, Mark is still on a perfect game of 180. Toots in second on 174. Quizzle still in third on 159, just a point ahead of Innis on 158. MPL on 148. Zeus 145. Derek 140. Jogging Chum 139. Dogfish 134. David 133. Cola 119. And Shapes 115. Let's go on to the next puzzle. An artificial obstruction, such as for deflecting sound, a large group of vehicles under the same ownership. Bad luck there, Anonymous. Moving on. Removable portion of a table, and to act on or produce a change in. 5th letter is what you want. Answer smash to get an 8-letter word, or an 8-letter nonsense word. Yeah, it's tricky. You have to put a different part of the brain in, I think, for Cryptex. It requires a very sort of specific, it's a little crossword thinking. Mo Chaser, everyone else in that race. A long weapon with a pointy end, and a long projectile with a pointy end. Add together to make 8 letters long. You want the 6th. The halfway stage, what a host generally does on Twitch, a bit like me right now. And a French friend. 8 letters long, you want the 4th. City home to the Taj Mahal, smashed up with an American bird with a purple head and iridescent body, often mistaken for a crow. We've got the 8th letter of this one. Moving on, 3rd index now. Of a grave nature and an attachment on a toilet. of a grave nature and an attachment on a toilet. Two more clues to follow. Creator of the X Factor and the Got Talent franchises, first island destination of many American immigrants. First letter of this answer smash will give you the first letter of the Cryptex. And your final clue of the round, trap set by Hayley Mills, Lindsay Lohan and others, and a point of access to an area. Second letter, smash it together for an 8-letter nonsense word. And last 5 seconds or so to answer any other clues from this puzzle. And there's your time up. So, review your notes. See what you make of them. Have you got enough to crack the Cryptex? Mark dropping one. No perfect scores in this round. 20 seconds to crack the Cryptex. Remember, it is a real word. Derek misfiring there. Fewer solves this time around. Slightly harder puzzle. Swing and a miss. Worth a punt. The solution to the Cryptex was carefree. An artificial obstruction and vehicle ownership is baffle and fleet. The next one, leaf and affect, leafect. Spear and arrow for Spearow, an actual Pokemon being created this time around. Stream and Ami. Stream and Ami for Stream Ami. I've missed one out there. Morbide, morbid and B-Day. Cowl and Ellis for Cow Ellis. And parentry for parent and entry. That's the end of puzzle 4. Thinking now that stream and Ami could possibly have been A-M-I-S, possibly an alternate spelling that might have been. And that was actually a clue that I made a change to, but there we go. Apologies for that if that... they are usually separate, yeah, Derek, but it was in the right sort of ballpark. Mark finishing on 235, Toot in second on 218, Quizzle on 204 as the top 3. We go to round 3, which is Cryptex. Yeah, I thought Ami was plural, mes amis, as opposed to ma-ami with an E rather than an S at the end. Not bad this time. Yeah, I think it's quite mesmerising. It can be quite hypnotic actually with the music and the spinning dials. It's a little bit mellowing. Round 3 is Cryptex. In this round, crack the Cryptex as quickly as possible. Do not submit answers to the clues. Only crack the Cryptex. At the beginning of the round, the Cryptex is worth 55 points. Clues are revealed every 15 seconds, and each clue will drop the value of the Cryptex by 5 points. You've got a single attempt. An incorrect answer will earn you 1 point for each letter in the correct position, and this is the final round. Only 3 Cryptexes remain. The salient thing to take away from this round is do not solve the clues. If you solve the clues and the clues happen to be 8 letters long, it will take it as an answer and you will most likely be incorrect. When it gets towards the end, you get 1 point for every letter in the right place. You cannot lose any more points. Good luck. The category is author. Probably not a time to solve it now. Could be any number of people. 55 points in the Cryptex though now, if you want to have a go. Moving on. A misheard lyric such as Hold Me Closer, Tony Dancer. 10 letters long, you want the 8th. Do not try and solve this clue. It won't process it because the answer is not 8 letters long. Dropping to 45. A game sometimes played in a pool, but please don't use the horses. 4 letters long, you want the 2nd. Yeah, solve the clues, but don't type into the bot, David, quite right. Dropping to 40. Pants worn by sailors and disco dancers. 11 letters, you want the 3rd. Pants worn by sailors and disco dancers. Dogfish is first in for 40 points. That's pretty good. Setting the benchmark. 35 points now available. The largest landlocked country in the southern hemisphere with capitals in La Paz and Sucre. 7 letters. You want the 6th. Dropping to 30 now. Surname of Steve or forename of Short, who starred together in Three Amigos. 6 letters. You want the 4th. Remember, after an author here, an author. not sure if Mark got in on 30 or 25 there, but Mark has solved. A habitual customer at a restaurant. 7 letters, you want the 7th. 25 points now available in the Cryptex. And there's vision solving as well. Drop to 20. Their inquiry checks the result of a race. 8 letters, you want the 5th. Do not try and solve this clue. Just take the 5th letter from it, add it to your Cryptex. A few more solves coming in now. 20 points available and dropping it to 15. The study of grapes and their growth, or a board game about the same. 11 letters long, you want the 1st. This could be a big hint to you. Might be of no help at all. There's a lot of green all of a sudden. This is the final clue, so if you have not managed to figure it out yet, have a go at what you've got. You get points for every letter in the right place, so it's worth an attempt either way. If you happen to be right, you get 10 points. John Chum getting there to Daru not. And Jack getting there as well for 10 points. The solution was Voltaire. Misheard lyric is a Mondegreen. The game played in a pool is polo. You won't want horses there though. Bell bottoms are the pants worn by sailors and disco dancers. Bolivia is the largest landlocked country in the southern hemisphere. Martin is the surname of Steve or the forename of Short. Regular is an habitual customer at a restaurant. Stewards, their inquiry checks the result of a race. And viticulture or viticulture is the study of grapes and the board game that came up earlier in the week. Moving on, resetting the Cryptex, 55 points back in the bank. The category is food and drink. Mark with a healthy lead at the moment. Dogfish has moved into a joint third with Quizzle, both on 219 now. Food and drink with 8 letters. DC giving it a go, not right unfortunately. 50 points available now. Nintendo's do-it-yourself cardboard peripheral kit. 4 letters, you want the 1st. And Odd Garrett's got there, I think, for 50 points. Very well played. 45 available now. Type of pigeon that talks a lot. 5 letters, you want the 4th. Nope. 40 points. The standard by which other game shows hosted by Paddy McGuinness are judged. 9 letters, you want the 2nd. And Anonymous solving now for 40 points. Very well played. Climbing up the ladder. 35 available at this stage. 1997 Spielberg film set on a slave ship. 7 letters, you want the 7th. And Toot solving for 35. Going into the lead. Paul is incorrect here. Mark could reclaim the lead. 30 points still available in the Cryptex. Canadian territory that was the destination of the Klondike Gold Rush. 5 letters, you want the 5th. A couple more solves coming in. Dogfish, David, Derek, Zeus, Inca, and Mark as well, all picking up 30 points. MPL Dark getting there too. 25 points now. Shape solving. Kettle drums, 7 letters, you want the 3rd. And there's a solve for Quizzle. Mark has retaken the lead. A lot of solves we've already seen here. 25 points for solving now. 2 more clues to come. Here's the next. For 20 points, US state where you can visit Dollywood. 9 letters, you want the 8th. There was another solve, and it was up topper, I think. Any more for any more. 1 more clue to come. And Fernando solving there. 15 points for solving now. A clock used for precise timing, such as in racing events. 9 letters, you want the 6th. That is all the clues. Worth an attempt now, because even if you're wrong, you get a point for every letter in the right place, so you might as well try it. Maybe me firing and missing. 10 points available now. Daru getting some points, but not the right answer. Colo the same. Any more for any more. Jack picking up a couple of points, but not the right answer. The solution to the Cryptex was lemonade. Labo is Nintendo's DIY cardboard peripheral kit. A stool is a type of pigeon that talks a lot. Stool pigeon. Benchmark is the standard by which other game shows hosted by Paddy McGuinness are judged. Amistad is the 1997 Spielberg film. The Yukon is the Canadian territory that was the destination of the Klondike Gold Rush. Timpani is the other name for kettle drums. Tennessee is the US state where you can visit Dollywood, not Dolly Parton. And stopwatch is the clock used for precise timings. Samso, welcome to the stream, I do. 55 points. The category, they're searching. There was a bit of an Easter egg running through this round. They're searching is the category. PC having a go again, and unfortunately not right. 50 points available now. Filipino boxer and politician, Pacquiao. 5 letters, you want the 3rd. Where a wholesaler may keep or display their goods. 9 letters, you want the 8th. 45 points available now. Drop to 4 to remember the categories they're searching. With the band whose video killed the radio star launched MTV. 7 letters, you want the 7th. A list sometimes fulfilled before death. 6 letters, you want the 2nd. 35 points for solving now. Category is they're searching. And we move on. 30 points. Someone held captive and possibly exchanged by a criminal. 7 letters, you want the 1st. Tooth has temporarily taken the lead. Is Mark, and Mark has taken it right back, and Mark wins the game with 3-2-5. Very well played. Claiming 30 points. Quite a few solves coming in now. 25 available if you solve at this stage. Alternative name for tungsten. 7 letters, you want the 5th. There's another solve. And another from Innes. And from Derek, dropping to 20 points. One who helps carry a coffin. 10 letters, you want the 6th. One who helps carry a coffin. 10 letters, you want the 6th. Remember, 1 point for every letter in the right place, even if you don't find all the answers, so it's worth a guess. Final clue of the game. A hairpin turn for climbing steep inclines more easily. 10 letters, you want the 4th. And there's Dogfish. Not enough to claim 3rd place, unfortunately. There's a solve for Vision. Last chance to give it a go. Point for everything in every letter in the right place. There's a few bonus points going out, but not solving. Any more for any more? And the solution to the Cryptex was Huntress. They're searching. Filipino boxer and politician Pacquiao Manny. Where a wholesaler may keep or display their goods as a warehouse. Buggles is the band whose video killed the radio star launched MTV. A bucket is a list sometimes fulfilled before death. Hostage is someone held captive and possibly exchanged by a criminal. Wolfram is the alternative name for tungsten. A pallbearer is someone who carries a coffin. And a switchback is a hairpin. Very well played, and that is the end of the game. In 3rd place, it's Quizzle with 274. In 2nd place with 298, it's Toot, but our winner is Mark with 325. Very well played there. And, yeah, good. Stockroom rather than warehouse, bad luck. Yes, very well played. And the running theme through their searching, that if anyone spotted it, they're searching, and the answer was Huntress. Anybody spot the running theme? I'd been impressed if you did. It was very, very subtle. Not albums. No, it was the theme only running through the final round, through the final puzzle. Not the whole round, just the final puzzle. No, I'll tell you. All of the answers had a hunt hidden within them. So the Cryptex solution was Huntress. The category was they're searching. So you had hostage, someone held captive, which has got the word stag hidden in it, stag hunt. Bucket, buck hunt. Manny, manhunt. Switchback, witch hunt. Wolfram, wolf hunt. Pallbearer, bear hunt. Buggles, bug hunt. And warehouse, house hunting. So they all had a hunt in the answers. Very, very subtle clues. And so it was so nicely put together that I thought that's got to be worth sharing if you didn't spot that, which in the intensity of the game you certainly wouldn't be blamed for missing that one. So yes, it was all connected, like the end of The Usual Suspects. All of the words had a hunt hidden within them, and the answer was Huntress. Feel like a super. Yes, thank you very much, DVD Smith. We're going to talk about Jeremy Hunt and his nominative determinism to Cockney rhyming slang. Kirst Tukin, welcome to the stream. Very, very many thanks to Apodo Nuevo for that question pack. Lovely, high-scoring game. Plenty of players getting lots of points, and we will, of course, convert all of those points into pennies for you and add them to your totals. As the season end draws to a close, you want as many pennies as you can, because those are what's going to form the prize draw. Think of your pennies as raffle tickets. They all go into a draw at the end of the season, and then I'll draw some pennies out at random and give some lovely prizes away to you fabulous people. Lost composure at more B-Day. Yeah, really fun pack. Really, lots of different ways in. I'm trying not to say the word accessible because I know how much everyone loves it. 9:10. Anyone had first sound of the piano? Almost exactly half an hour this game lasts. I need to remember that. Right. So, we should play some Spotlight. I think we should. It's not spontaneous. It's down on the agenda. I know we only played Thursday, but we've got even more to play. So I do hope you'll stick around for it. Give me 2 minutes just to set the game up. I have merged some new packs in tonight. So I had 3 from Zeus, a couple from Colo, and 1 or 2 from Topper as well. So they may make an appearance tonight. They may not. We still got plenty of packs in the database, but new packs for Spotlight are always welcome. It's a game that sort of has a sort of standing thing. It's the sort of game, it's the only one we can actually play spontaneously as a result because it's got a sort of database of questions. So if you'd like to stick around for that, then I do implore you to do so. It should be lots of fun. Congratulations to our medalists, Quizzle2, and especially to Mark on winning the gold. Thank you again to Apodo. And don't go away because right after the break, even more quizzing action in Spotlight. See you in a sec. And right after this very short break, we've got some scheduled Spotlight, the niche trivia written by a whole positive smorgasbord of writers. I do hope you'll stick around for it. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. And I'm changing the ambient music because I am so bored of this track. Let's have relaxing jazz piano radio. Perfect, that'll do. really is in D minor, Tadari. Welcome back to the second part of this evening's Saturday evening game night, where it is spotlight time. We played on Thursday, and we're going to do it all over again. We'll put a player in the spotlight. Got through quite a few on Thursday's game. I think 6 players. Yeah, it's Carter in spotlight in D minor. Oh, that's not that way around. Good piece. Yeah, semi-brief. Semi-brief, 4 beats, indeed. It's not flirting, it's just distracting. You want to play Spotlight, you need to type in this code. Vekh. V-E-K-H. And I'm being told the question database contains 135 question packs, and of those, 96 have been used. Blimey, 96, and 39 are unused. So there's still 39 question packs in here, but remember we do need distinct authors. 39 packs from 16 distinct authors, so there is at the very least enough for 2 games. In all likelihood, it's more likely to be 3, because it can't pick repeat authors in this game. So it's 1 author per packs selected, which is why you never see repeated authors. Also, if you're selected as the author, you get your pennies for writing, and you get 3 points in the real-time game, but you won't be able to answer the final question if it is used, but you do get 3 out of 4 given to you for free. And of course you get your question writer and pennies and your author credit as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Nice start. Give it a few more minutes. This is a game you can join midway through, so if you're sort of here and there at the moment, you can come back and join it in a little while. Maybe 30 seconds. During which time I'll give you some music. So I'll name a composer. Not Tchaikovsky. Name a composer and I'll play something by them. I'll give you an extract for 30 seconds. John Cage, Wagner. Tim? I don't think I can actually play anything by Wagner. He didn't write a huge amount of piano music. Danny Elfman. I'll play by Danny Elfman. I'll think of more classical composers, to be honest. Anna Meredith, Subwoofer. Philip Glass, the style. Probably play some Philip Glass. Hans Zimmer for Going for Gold. No, I don't know any Subwoofer. Yeah, Yasunori Mitsuda. Joplin. There we go. I can just about do some Joplin. It should be on the honky tonk piano, really, shouldn't it? I don't normally play Joplin because my stride technique is really bad. But yeah, there's that one as well. See? It's surprisingly difficult. D. Yeah, so I don't really play stride technique on the piano. It's very hard. Anyway, that's enough music time. Vivaldi. Do Spring or then. Winter. Is that no? Summer from the Four Seasons. You have really quick occupational hazard on there. It's one doesn't get to be a concert pianist without having a modicum of speed in one's fingers. Right. Yes, Topper's quite right. That's enough music time. Let's put a player in the spotlight. MPL Dart! You have been chosen for the spotlight. Whisper something to the bot to confirm you're here, and you'll get to pick the first category. Dart, yes indeed. Spotlight for a game for Raiders. What after what happened? Do we call Spotlight a game for Raiders after what happened? Yeah, we can do. It's a Raiders game. Right, MPL Diet. Your categories tonight are Railways by Lupine, The Nightmare on Elm Street by Toot, Fort Boyard by Oni, International Taskmaster by Opodo, Mario Party by Topper. That was up on Thursday but wasn't picked. Doctor Who by Sotley, The Pits by Cola, I know that's a new one that's just come in today, and Scottish Politics by Big Man Arun 1. So Arun, I'll have to ask you, you can answer, you can get the 3 points, but I'll have to manually go back and add on your pennies afterwards if that one is picked, because that's under your old username. Yeah, a long time ago. Looking forward to my fact being rejected again. What are we going for? Fort Boyard by Oni. Oni, if you're still watching in the wings, you'll get some author credits for this. We will, and pennies as well. You get 3 points if you're in the game. You get a joker to play as well. Double points if you play your joker and you get the question right. -1 if you play the joker and get it wrong. No penalty for abstention, unless you're in the spotlight, in which case abstention is treated as a wrong answer. You get 1 joker across the whole of the game. You can't use it in the final, so use it or lose it. It's not mandatory, but if you want to play it on Fort Boyard by Oni, it's 3 exclamation marks into the chat now. Call lists are activating. It'd be me activating. So, 2 players activating jokers on this round. The category is Fort Boyard. Let's go to question number 1. There you are, Garrett, up in the top right. Question 1 from Oni then. According to the show, Fort Boyard's gold is guarded by what? Is it lions, tigers, or bears? Answer now. 10 seconds. Yes, and the bot will ping you back if it's already had an answer from you. B Tigers! Mr. LaPaul, The Gong. By actual murderer Leslie Grantham, who was the host of that game. Funny old world, isn't it? If you gave me B Tigers, you go green. If not, you go red. Good start for most of us, including MPL Diet, who's gone green in the spotlight. Nice start. You're up to 1 spotlight point. Let's go to question 2. Fort Boyard lies in which body of water? Is it the English Channel, the Bay of Biscay, or the Mediterranean Sea? Answer now. Zeus and Jack, stop trying to break my bot. I can see it coming up on the logs. And it's clearly telling you you've already had your answer. Don't. In all levity aside, I know it's quite funny to do that, and I know you want to be sure because there's no on-screen visual reference that the answer's been accepted, but in the chat is enough. And once you've had it once, just do it the once, because it does risk flooding the chat and potentially bad things can happen. That's all right. You weren't to know. It's the B, the Bay of Biscay, is what we wanted there. If you gave me B, you go green. If not, you go red. MPL Dart is 2 for 2. Nice start in the spotlight, which means you're definitely going to get to pick the second category. You tell him. I do my teacher voice. Zeus is already in disgrace with me for the pack of spotlight he submitted earlier on that made me go and get distracted and watch clips of a certain show on the internet instead of proofing, because one of the questions was related to it. You're a very bad man, Zeus. I hope you're proud of yourself. I should have been proofing and then shopping. Well then, everyone who's gone green there, let's go back to the question board. Vecna, as in Vecna from Stranger Things, which we're hopefully going to finish tonight. Bay of Biscay and Biscayne Bay. Bad luck. Right, one more question on Fort Boyard. Have a look at this. Which of these games does not feature on the fort as of the 2021 series? L'épreuve du muséum, l'épreuve du cylindre, l'épreuve du zoo. Answer now. Zanon, welcome to the stream, I did. Hope you're well. Hope you just joined the game. Hopefully you'll be able to find yourself in just a minute. And forgive my French. L'épreuve du cylindre. Cylindre? Cylindre. That one. The game of cylinders. Probably. Yeah, the cylinder game. My French isn't that bad. Bring it back. B is what we wanted. If you gave me B, you go green. If not, you go red. And build up, 3 for 3. Solid start. Not too many correct answers in the wings, but well done if you have managed to get some points there. Paulister with the Joker getting one wrong there, so he's going to lose a point, but AB Me 3 for 3 with the Joker being played takes an early lead with 6. NPL Dart, you're 3 for 3. Let's pick another category. Silandri. Thank you, David. So, Railways, The Nightmare on Elm Street, International Taskmaster, Mario Party, Doctor Who, The Pits, or Scottish Politics? What's next? I know what I'll be picking. Wouldn't have been that one. The Nightmare on Elm Street by now. Cut that out. 2, you won't be able to answer these questions, but you will get 3 free points, 25 pennies, and an author credit. And if you want to play your Joker on The Nightmare on Elm Street, it's 3 exclamation marks into the chat now. Ten seconds. Exactly nobody wanting to play their Joker on this round. Okay, well, it's Toot's question, Pat. One easy, one medium, one hard in theory. Let's have a look at the first question on The Nightmare on Elm Street. What 2 colours make up the stripes on Freddy Krueger's sweater? Is it red and pink, red and yellow, or red and green? Answer now, 10 seconds. It is red and green. Really? I mean, I proved it when it came in, but is it red and green? Oh, so it is. In my mind, it's red and yellow. That's very definitely red and green, though. Well, possibly red and black in that photo, but no, looking like red and green. I've never seen A Nightmare on Elm Street, so I may struggle on this round. If you gave me C, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. NPL Dart, 4 for 4. Nicely done. You are still in the spotlight. Plenty of players going red, but quite a few going green as well. Let's go back to the question board. What infamous quip does Freddy make just before shoving Jennifer's face into a TV screen? No question mark. Welcome to primetime, bitch. Show's over, bitch. Or change the channel, bitch. Answer now, 10 seconds. Oops, indeed. That's alright. It's welcome to primetime, bitch. Although all 3 of those are very viable options and probably not something you're likely to know unless you've seen the film. It was wrong anyway. Yes, so it wasn't. Classic cinema, babes. If you gave me A, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. First faltering for NPL Dart, that's a red light. If you get 2 out of any 3 incorrect NPL Dart, you will be ejected from the spotlight, which means you now need 2 in a row. You just need 1 to pick the next category. Let's go back to the question board. Which of these is not a reason Freddy Krueger was reanimated in an official Nightmare movie? A dog urinating on his grave, an unborn baby dreaming him into existence, or Amanda Krueger losing her rosaries? Answer now. Not a reason, so 2 of them were. Which one was not? Surely the dog peeing on his grave is true in the road, so I'm going with the baby one. No! Amanda Krueger losing her rosaries was not a reason. The other 2 were. The unborn baby dreamed him into existence, and a dog peed on his grave. That's something I didn't know, or didn't remember. C, Amanda Krueger losing her rosaries was the correct answer there. If you gave me C, you'll go green. If not, you're going to go red. And that is going to be it for NPL Dart. I'm afraid after 2 full categories, 6 questions, you've got 2 out of 3 wrong. Good effort, 4 points in the spotlight, but unfortunately you have been ejected. Nicely done, nicely done. Not a bad first time in the spotlight. I think it's the first time in the spotlight, but we need someone else in there. For every point you've got, think of it as a lottery ticket, a raffle ticket if you like. So you get 1 as a base and then 1 extra for every point you've got. Let's put another player into the spotlight. It's David, DVD Smith. Welcome to the game. You are in the spotlight. Whisper something to the bot and we'll go back to the category board. Dooved. Dooved Day. You want by Dooved Day? So, David, Railways by Lupine, International Taskmaster by Apollo, Mario Party by Topper, Doctor Who by Sotley, The Pits by Colo, or Scottish Politics by Arun. And we're going for International Taskmaster, Apollo making his second appearance as a writer this evening. 25 pennies, I think it's 25 pennies to Apodo, and 3 points if you're in the game, so I don't think he is, but I might be wrong. And if you want to play your Joker on this one, it's 3 exclamation marks into the chat now. Toot and Arun immediately activating, as is NPL Dart. And David, unsurprisingly, being in the spotlight, you'd think this would be a stronger one for him. 4 players activating Jokers on this one, so remember 2 points if you're right, -1 if you're wrong. No penalty for abstention, but David, if you abstain, it will still be treated as incorrect because you are in the spotlight. Let's go to the first question. The Spanish version of Taskmaster is called Dijo y Hejo, which translates as what? Said and done, what I say goes, commander and follower. Answer now, 10 seconds. It's something and, so it's A or C. Said and done, that made the most sense, I suppose, probably what I would have gone for. If you gave me A, said and done, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Good start there for David, getting himself 2 points, because of course he's playing as Joker, so you get double points both in the spotlight and in the wings. Remember, you want to stay in the spotlight as long as possible, because if you're in the spotlight for longer, it means you're going to be playing for more points per question in the final, and hopefully going to go further up that leaderboard. Let's go back to the question board. US Taskmaster Reggie Watts was the original house musician for what show? Was it Comedy Boom Boom, Comedy Pow Pow, or Comedy Bang Bang? Answer now, 10 seconds. Comedy Bang Bang. Comedy Bang Bang. If you gave me C, you go green. If not, I'm afraid you'll go red. And David 2 for 2, which means he is going to get to pick the 4th category. Plenty of green lights in the wings there as well. Very well played. We'll check out the scores at the end of this question. For now, let's go to question 3 on International Taskmaster. Here it is. The Belgians and Swedish versions of Taskmaster had what feature? Was it rotating Taskmasters, 1 rotating panelist, or rotating Taskmaster's assistants? Answer now, 10 seconds. One rotating panelist, so 3 fixed panelists. Was it 3 fixed panelists, I think, and then 1 rotating one. If you gave me B, you'll go green. If not, you will go red. And David, solid on International Taskmaster there. 3 out of 3, taking him up to 6 in the spotlight, 8 in the wings. Elsewhere in the wings, let's check out your scores. Toot is on 11, I think, currently the leading player. We've got... yeah, by quite a long way, actually. NPL Darts on 7. Hello, Not a Cat, welcome to the stream. You're appearing up there at the top left-hand side. We've got NPL Dart and Colo on 7. ABME's on 9. David on 8. Samsa on 7. Arun on 6. So, decent scores going on, though. Still got 3 more categories to go, and David is going to pick the next one for us now. We're going to finish off the top row, or are we going elsewhere? Railways by Lupine, Mario Party by Topper, Doctor Who by Sotley, The Pits by Colo, or Scottish Politics by Big Man Arun 1. So Arun, normally I would say since you that you wrote these questions, you can't answer them, but actually you've not been given the points. Normally you wouldn't be able to answer them, but you'd be given 3 points. So Arun, you can answer this one. I would politely request, if it does come up in the final, maybe abstain from that one in the interest of good sportsmanship. And what I will also say, Arun Aromatics, to you right now, please don't use your Joker on this one, because that would be unfair, because that's a guaranteed 6 rather than a guaranteed 3. I'll let you answer them, but you're not allowed to use your Joker. Anyone else who wants to play their Joker, 3 exclamation marks into the chat on Scottish Politics by the artist formerly known as Big Man Arun 1, now Arun Aromatics, and I really need to update that. 3 exclamation marks into the chat now. Or feel free to use your Joker and give yourself -3. That's another good point. Yeah, whatever you do, you can't get more than 3 points this round. We've got Jack, Jogging Chum, and Anonyman all activating their jokers on this one. Unsurprising, perhaps, from Jack and Anonyman, as our deputy political editor, Jack Wilfred, and our political correspondent, True Anonyman, both well versed in the field of politics. Do they know their Scottish politics? So, Jogging Chum, I'm not so sure about. Maybe he is politically minded as well. We'll have to find out. Yes, the ID button works. Very well done, everybody. Let's go to the question board. Question 1. In which city would you find the Scottish Parliament building? Is it in Glasgow, Edinburgh, or Dundee? Answer now, 10 seconds. It's Holyrood Palace, I believe, and it's in Edinburgh for the memes. D, London. Could be, is it the Holyrood Palace, I believe? We go now to our deputy political editor, Jack Wilfred. Jack, what do you have for us? Edinburgh? Thanks, Jack. Back to the studio. If you gave me B, Edinburgh, you go green. If not, you go red. Boring Oregon. David flying through as a Scot himself, certainly with Scottish heritage. He should be well versed on this round. We'll have to wait and see. Moving up to 7 points, plenty of green in the wings. It's question 2. What electoral system is used to elect MSPs to the Scottish Parliament? Is it first past the post, additional member system, or single transferable vote? Answer now, 10 seconds. Pretty sure it's single transferable vote, isn't it? Oh, no. Turns out I was wrong. Additional member system, not a political system that I am familiar with. I do know STV, and I'm sadly all too familiar with FPTP, but there it is. Let's not get into politics, even on a politics category. If you gave me B, you go green. If not, you go red. Oh, STV is for Scottish councils. Oh, there we go. In Northern Ireland, Scotland uses AMS, and Wales is switching to a basic list PR system. Nice. If you got it right, you go green. If not, you go red. Oh, a lot of red there. Only a couple of little pings there, including a red light for DVD Smith. First foot wrong since being in the spotlight. You're at 7 so far. You must get 2 in a row now in order to survive in the spotlight. One more question on Scottish politics. Have a look at this. Oh, you've never voted in a Scottish election. Fair enough. Question 3. The Alba Party was launched in 2021 by which former party leader? Was it Alex Salmond, Ruth Davidson, or Joe Swinson? Answer now, 10 seconds. Pretty sure Ruth Davidson's leader of the Scottish Conservatives, and Joe Swinson was leader of the Liberal Democrat Party, who, bless her, thought she was going to be the next Prime Minister in 2019, and then promptly lost her seat to the SNP. Funny old world. Alex Salmond was the right answer. If you gave me A, you go green. If not, you go red. Joe Swinson thought she was going to be Prime Minister. That will never stop being funny to me. Even though it should certainly have been better. I wouldn't have minded. Wouldn't have minded, but... show me the answers. There we go. David survives for another question at least. Must get the next one right, but it will be a fresh category that he gets to pick. Plenty of green out there in the wings as well. Well, there's a few red answers. David's still in the spotlight after 2 full categories. You must get the next one right, but it's a fresh category, and let's pick it now. So, Railways, Mario Party, Doctor Who, or The Pits? Top of your time has come. It's Mario Party. Hello, Fraser. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Lovely to have you with us. Come join the game. Come join the game, Fraser. When it puts the code back on screen, you can come and join us. If you haven't played your Joker yet, it's 3 exclamation marks into the chat. Double points if you're right, -1 if you're wrong. The category is Mario Party by Topper. Topper won't be able to answer, but he gets 25 pennies and 3 points in this round. Play your Joker now if you want to. Tadara, Zeus, Nodacat, Silent Marine, Ondi, all activating Jokers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Haven't played it since MP1. Let's go. Okay, yes, let's indeed go. 5. Silent Marine, Nodacat, Zeus, Ondi, and Tadaru all activating Jokers here. And a new player joins the game. Who was that? Fraser, welcome to the game. Anyway, moving right along. There you are, Fraser. Welcome to the game. Let's have our first question on Mario Party. Mario Piano time. Gotta be done. Which of these boards does not feature in the game Mario Party Superstars? Is it Spaceland, Horrorland, or Pirate Land? Answer now. C, Pirate Land was the answer. No, that's not Scott Joplin. No, that's very much not Scott Joplin. Yeah. C, Pirate Land. If you gave me that, you'll go green. If not, you go red. It's the Stallion. Oh, David, unfortunately, your time has come to an end. Valiant effort getting up to 8 points in the spotlight. Pretty good going, and 10 in the wings. But unfortunately, that's 2 out of 3 incorrect, and I'm afraid you've been ejected from the spotlight. Anytime, David, but 2 players have now gone through the spotlight hot seat. We need to put another player in. There are 5 questions left in the game, 2 from this pack and then 1 from a pack that the next person in the spotlight who gets to pick a category will pick. Let's put a player in the spotlight. Tadaru, welcome to the game. Ryan J. Kirk 92. If you type VEKH into the chat, then you will join the game, and then you whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot in order to take part. Lovely to have you here. Welcome to the stream. But VEKH is what you need to type into the chat now, as it says on the screen. And then from there, find Persephone's Twitch bot and whisper the answers to her. There you go. And you're joining up there in the top left-hand corner. If you find Persephone's Twitch bot, click on her and then click whisper. No answers in public chat because they won't be processed and they will be deleted and possibly give the game away. Tadaru, you are in the spotlight. Whisper something to the bot to confirm that you are still here. And the game will continue with more questions on Mario Party. There we go. For 2 points, it's a good time to get into the spotlight when you've got your Joker active. Here's question 2. The original Mario Party game was released on which Nintendo home console? Is it the GameCube, the Nintendo 64, or the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, aka the SNES? A, B, or C? 10 seconds, answer now. I couldn't have been the first question. Blame RNG there, David. It was released on the N64. N64 in... going to my citations on Google. Super Mario Party, 5th of October 2018. That can't be right. Mario Party video game. 1998. December 1998 in Japan. Early 1999 in North America and PAL. If you gave me B, you go green. If not, you go red. Good start for Tadaru, 2 points, which means you're definitely going to pick the next category no matter what else happens. Strong start. Let's go back to the last question on Mario Party. In Mario Party 3's story mode, which character do you have to defeat to win the Kindness Star Stamp? Is it Peach, Yoshi, or Mario? Answer now. 10 seconds. It's Yoshi or Yoshi. I always called him Yoshi growing up, but I'm now reliably informed it should be Yoshi. If you gave me B, you go green. If not, you go red. Or Luigi if you play story mode as Yoshi. Thank you for the extra trivia there, Topper. Green if you're right. Oh, Tadaru, that's not a right answer. Because you're playing your Joker, you lose a point as well. Speaking of Yoshi, hello Yoshi, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Just in time for the end of Spotlight. If you're quick, you can come and join. We've got one more category to go, VEKH if you want to play. No worries, if you just want to watch, that's also fine. Tadaru going up to 2 and then back down to 1. So Tadaru, you are going to get to pick the next category, but you're going to have to get the first 2 right in order to get to the final. Could be done. Have you got a category left up there that you particularly like the look of? Let's go back to the category board and find out. Railways by Lupine, Doctor Who by Sotley, or The Pits by Colo. What's going to be the final category of the game? We're going for Railways by the Lupine one. Makes me very happy with the symmetry. Makes me very sad that A, we've not had the new question pack from Colo, and B, we've not had the Doctor Who pack. Deeply distressed about that, but there we go. Railways is the category by Lupine. Lupine you won't be able to answer if you're indeed playing here, and you get 25 pennies from me and an author credit. And last chance to play your joker. You can't use your jokers in the final, but a chance now to play your joker for the last time. Double points if you're right, -1 if you're wrong. 3 exclamation marks into the chat now. Topper and shapes lighting up. And Fraser's going to try and double up on questions as well. Remember, if you are playing a joker and you get it wrong, you do lose a point. Good luck. Tadaru, here's your first question on railways. The L is a rapid transit system in which American city? Is it Boston, Chicago, or Detroit? Answer now. Got to whisper it, Zanon. Correct answer was B, Chicago. B, Chicago. So, green if you are right here, red if you're not. L for elevated. Tadara needing to go green here if he wants to stay in the spotlight. Who was right? Not Tadaru, unfortunately, and again it's going to be a low-scoring final with that wrong answer, I'm afraid. Tadaru, short and sweet visit, but I'm afraid you have been ejected from the spotlight. Also featured Liberty City in Grand Theft Auto 3. Aha. Liberty City's fictional, though it's sort of a pastiche of New York, I think. So, 3 people have gone through the spotlight and not emerged victorious. Whoever goes in now, if you get 1 out of 2, you are in the final. If you get both of them wrong, then someone else will take the place, and that did happen before. For possibly the last time, let's put a player in the spotlight. Ha! It's now cut that out. He's back in the spotlight. I know featured on Thursday, but didn't succeed. Yeah, that RNG loves it. Well, it's to do with the number of points you've got. So the higher you score, the more chance you have of getting in. Samson with the yawn. 2, whisper something to the bot to confirm that you are still here. Only staying into Spite Samster. I mean, I was going to say I can re-roll it if you want me to too, but you got in fair and square. Here's your second question on railways. Get the next 2 wrong, please. XXX. Which Lancashire town can precede Central, Barracks and Manchester Road to form the names of 3 British railway stations? Is it Burnley, Blackburn or Blackpool? Answer now, 10 seconds. Burnley was the answer. A Burnley is, what if you gave, so Burnley, Manchester Road, Burnley Central and Burnley Barracks. If you gave me A, you go green. If not, you go red. Burma Central, innit? Try and start from 2, and with that correct answer, he is locking his place into the final, even with the wrong answer here. So, is he going to be playing for 1 point per question or 2 points per question? We will have to wait and see. Also, AB Me, while it's on my mind, I've just seen your message in the suggestions channel. Limit, I've received your answers to 1 per user. On the one hand, yes. On the other hand, it's sort of there as a sort of deterrent to people, and it's entirely possible if lots of people are doing it that they might miss it, even if it is highlighting the name, but it's sort of there to let people know, and I'm just sort of hoping that people don't abuse that by over submitting their answers. 1 more question then on railways. Let's take a look. The Garn is an Australian cross-country rail service running between Adelaide and which other city? Is it Cairns, Perth or Darwin? Answer now. Maybe you'll see my pigeon Australian accent. 5 seconds. It's Darwin. Adelaide to Darwin, the Garn Railway. If you gave me C, you go green. Kiss, Perth, Darwin. If you gave me C, you go green. If not, you go red. That'd be the hard question, yeah. Toot getting it though, 2 for 2, which means you're playing for 2 points per question in the final two. Very well done. You have made it to the final. Let's just check out the wings scores while we're here. Toot also leading in the wings with 18, so standing to get a gold medal as well. Anonymous on 16, Zeus on 14. I think those are the top three, because I'm a terrible programmer. I don't print out in the log what the scores are. I think those are the top three, 18, 16, 14 to Toot, Anonymous and Zeus. Let's go to the Spotlight final. So, of the 6 categories we've seen, a question from 5 of them will be selected, put into a random order, and you've got to answer those. So 5 questions from a collection of the packs that we saw. The 2 that we didn't see from Colo and Itsopi will be recycled and used another time. Good luck to you all, and you can't use jokers here. Here is question number 1. The Swedish name for the show Fort Boyard, Fångarna på fortet, translates to what in English? Survival of the fittest, prisoners on the fort, or battle on the fort? Answer now, 10 seconds. Take it to Oni for this Fort Boyard question. Prisoners on the fort is what we wanted there. B, prisoners on the fort. And if you gave me that, you go green. If not, you're going to go red. Ooh, only a handful getting that one right, and Toot not among them. Bad start there, Toot. You got 2 points guaranteed. Want to give you a lot more, but now playing for a maximum of 10. 2 points per question for you in this final, because that's what you brought into it. Everyone else in the wings just playing for the regular 1 point per question. Let's go to question 2. The prisoners on the fort, technically. Helvet. Let's have a look. Question 2. Which Taskmaster's assistant released a 2018 album called Surf Music? Was it Paul Williams, David Sundin, or Ollie Wormskog? Answer now, 10 seconds. Thank you to Apodo for this question on International Taskmaster. A, Paul Williams is the answer. If you gave me A, Paul Williams, you go green. If not, you'll go red. Good start. Well, good. Or nearly start from Toot there. Second question right, up to 4 points in the spotlight. Nicely done. Quite a few greens out in the wings as well. Nice to see. Let's go back to the question board. Who was the first person to be the First Minister of Scotland? Was it Donald Dewar, Henry McLeish, or Jack McConnell? Arun, I'd be grateful if you didn't answer this one. Answer now. This is Scottish Politics by Arun Aromatics, who wrote the question but not under that name. And the game hasn't caught up. Donald Dewar, or Devar, or Dewar. Was the answer A, Donald Dewar? If you gave me that, you go green. If not, you go red. And Toot, solid there. Oh, Arun, you did answer it. Oh well. My fault for not updating the question, but have an extra point. Nickasay. It's actually in order: Dewar, McLeish, McConnell, Salmon, Sturgeon. Ah, well, there we go. Very well done, Toot. You're up to 6 points in the spotlight. You're also leading in the wing still with 20, and Onman on 18, Zeus on 17, closing that gap down just a little bit. I think it is going to be between those three. Chance with 2 questions left for Jack and AB, me, and David to catch up for tied in third. Let's see what the next question brings. Before being taken over by ND Cube, which video game company originally developed the Mario Party series? Was it Enix, Hudson Soft, or Namco? 10 seconds answer now. Thank you to Topper for this question on Mario Party. Topper One Gaming tried to answer their own question. Worth a try, Topper, I suppose, but yeah, no, it's better programmed. It's not terribly programmed. There is that failsafe in there. B, Hudson Soft is what you want. A tricky one there if you're not familiar, even if you are familiar with Mario Party. If you gave me Hudson Soft, you go green. If not, you go red. 2 on the money. 3 out of 4, up to 8 points in the spotlight, up to 21 in the wings. Zeus also getting that one right, as did Anonymous. It is just very much between these 3 now. Don't think anyone else is on 17 and can catch, so it looks like it's going to be gold, silver and bronze to 2, Anonymous and Zeus, but Zeus could technically tie for silver and force a bronze onto AB, me and Jack, currently on 16, possibly even Colo and Porlister could join with, and David, who's on 16, could join with that. We'll have to wait and see. Here is the final question of the night. Eisenberg Kingdom Brunel's Great Western Main Line runs west out of which London railway station? Is it Waterloo, Paddington, or Marylebone? Answer now. Thank you to Lupine for this question on railways. Waterloo. Paddington. It's Paddington, where we get the bear from. If you gave me B, you go green. If not, you go red. Yeah, remind me I need to have a word with Jack Wilfred about that. I know sort of make jokes about it, and also it's sort of quite funny to watch me try and tell people off, but at the same time, if it said it's already received your answer, it's already received your answer. You don't need to type it, and not to single you out here, Jack, because you're not the only one, but you did try and answer 1, 2, including the one that you submitted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you'd have got 10 pings back from the bot there. Which is it's just not necessary. I know it's kind of memeish, but ABB suggests it. Yeah, on the one hand it does, but on the other hand, I still get them in my log, and the idea is it's there to sort of stop people. It's there because there's no visual representation. That is your visual representation there, and it's just like, it's. I know it's quite kind of funny, but if we could not do that, once you've had one ping, that should be enough. And maybe I will implement that change anyway, but it's me looking for any excuse not to do any more work. One person being a troll shouldn't require the entire game. That's also a good point, David. Not that I want to call Jack a troll. I think Jack's just having a bit of harm. At the moment, harmless fun, but it could be less harmless fun if it ends up getting my bot shadow banned because it's trying to send 50 messages inside 10 seconds or something. So, and yeah, it's a valid point. If it's there as an assist rather than to how many times can I make it do it in 10 seconds, and typing your answer once a second is yeah, let's not do that. It's all about the fun. It's all about the fun, and this is what it's making it. It's not making it fun right now. If it cancels my bot, then it will not be fun. Then. So whatever happened to it? Well, she's in buzz off, isn't she? Need to bring that back at some point. Anyway, if you gave, I can't even remember what the answer was. Paddington, where we get the bear from. If you gave me Paddington, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Oh, and 2 with the perfect symmetry there. First and last incorrect, but the 3 in the middle were correct. On the plus side, Jack, it was the right answer. Many pogs. So that is the end of the game. We'll find out who's got the medals, but 2 finishes with 8 points in the spotlight, and that is the end of the game. And with Zeus getting it right and Anonymous getting it wrong, indeed, they did pull up 2 silver medals for Zeus and Anonymous. Toot taking the gold with 21, and the bronze medals go to David and Jack. So maybe Jack... I need to press that button now, I think. That's the button I should have pressed at the beginning. Yeah, Jack, you got a bronze medal, so maybe the strategy of answering multiple times, you get extra points. Let's go. I'm sure it wasn't. But if you did answer everyone 10 times, Jack, then you've answered 170 correct answers and you should have had 170 points, maybe. You get the shame bell out. I haven't got the shame bell. I've got this shame, though.
What a shame.
I need to put it on the stream deck, though. I can't keep going to YouTube clips for that. He's caught in many laws. Once again, Spotlight is the only game that I haven't automated in the game yet, so I still need to assign the medals manually. So, now cut that out. Gold medalist, also hot seat medalist, and 8 Spotlight points. Silver medals go to Zeus and Jack. Let's set those to Zeus, Jack 2, and award. And then also to Anonyman getting a silver, and DVD Smith getting a bronze, and award medals. There we go. Lovely. And that's going to be the end. Look at that, 10 o'clock. Considering we didn't start until 10 past 8, or nearly, it was 25 to 9 before we got the first Cryptex question, although we did have thing before that, Plinko. That is going to be it. The time I'm supposed to finish, just after 10 spontaneous Spotlight. Yeah. No spontaneous Spotlight. I attempted to spontaneous's show you what I'm working on at the moment, but I think I'm going to wait a bit longer before I do that. So it's never get to a point where it's only 2 minutes. It should be there just to protect. I said, okay, right. To be fair, Ash, are you here, Ash? I see your message and suggestions. I don't know if you're listening in or if you're just responding to the message from maybe me there. Are you here? Is it? No, it's not Cleverdex. It's not Cleverdex. Thank you, David. Have a good night, my dude. Lurking, all good. To your point, I should have a throttle on it because I have done that before where I've put a game in, like I've put the timescale to 10 and forgot to put it in test mode. So I've got a little ball where if it goes in test mode, then it just debugs rather than sending to the chat, and that's my sort of workaround. But yeah, I have done it before where I've not put it in test mode and put it on 10 times speed, and there were a lot of things going in there, which was a problem. So yeah, maybe that is something I'll look into. So many games to do. Is it no, it's not the tournament. It's an original. It's not a remake. But it's yeah, it's been scheduled for season 8 as a sort of casual tournament rather than a formal tournament with sign-ups. So a more casual tournament. Original format. I'm working on it with Score. It doesn't involve horses. No, but it does involve interesting animations and characters. And that's all I'll say about that for now. So yeah, it's an original format. No, I'll say it again, Samster. It's an original format. So that will be. I mean, I'm working at a decent pace at the moment. So the pilot was supposed to be at the beginning of season 8, but I've only planned 6 games: the pilot, the final, and then 4 effectively heats. So it is going to be the game we see the most in season 8. I'm quite happy with how it's looking so far. Very excited about the way development's going. Some really cool format and question ideas. Like I say, I'm working with Score Count on it, and it's already gone through a few changes already. It would probably behove me to do a pilot of it towards the end of season 7, and then do a sort of non-canonic game in season 8, because it's going to be one of those games, unless I do something for the lobby game that doesn't have medals. It's a Q Hive Royale. Fun fact, at one point I did consider doing a game, a Twitch interactive game of QI, but didn't. You'll be relieved to hear. Funnily enough, Zeus, pen and a ball cat, you say Bridge of Lies. It's not called Bridge of Lies, but bridges are involved, is all I will say. Bridges are involved. Bridge of Lies was never going to be a working title, but working titles have included Bridge of Truth. You call it that. It's called Bridge Game on the question database. That was its sort of working title, and it's now got another working title, which I'm not entirely convinced by. I would like to work the word bridge into it somewhere, but yeah, anyway, that's coming soon. What's coming even sooner than that? Let's have a look. You got Topper here tomorrow, and he is going to be playing Moneybags episode 2. So if you're not following him already, go give Topper a little follow. He'll be doing Moneybags tomorrow on his channel from 8 p.m. BST. What's Bash up to next week? Let's have a little look. Bash. It's all numbers this week. 15-1 on Wednesday and 1 versus 100 on Friday. Was that deliberate, Ash? I feel like it must have been. It's numbers all week with Bash. That's Wednesday and Friday, both at 8 p.m. BST. 15-1 on Wednesday, 1 versus 100 on Friday. Is that the end of your season, Ash, or have you just not done any more schedule for that? Might be the end of Ash's season. There's nothing else. That's those are the last dates on his stream schedule page in his Discord. Is it end of season, or have you just not updated it yet? Could have also had 100%. That's in season 10. Fucking hell, season 10. Good lord, where's the time go? End of season week. Lovely stuff. So, okay, we're going to stop the suggestions for what game Ben is making next. It is... yeah, the question jury went. It is Ash's season finale week this week, so do go give him a follow. I don't know, are you having a week off next week, mate? Are you taking a week off, or? Yeah, I think it'd be nice to have a week off. Weeks off are good. I think I'm having probably. Just to clue you in, and I'll put this in the Discord once I've firmed it up. Looking at the schedule for next season, my last episode is going to be the 16th of July. That's 2 weeks tonight. That's going to be the season finale. I am then taking nearly 3 weeks off. The first week I was going to be in Spain for that weekend, but I'm now not. So, yeah. But the week of the 18th and the 25th of July, I'm not planning on streaming. If I do stream, I might do some dev stuff. I might do some casual stuff. It won't be canonic game night stuff. I might do some dev streams because by that point I'll have shown you Bridge Game. So I'm taking definitely all of the last 2 weeks of July, and then the 2nd and 4th of August. I'm not planning anything at the moment. The first stream back will then be Saturday the 6th of August. We're going to be starting the new season there. There may be intermittent streams in between, some dev streams. Peace and quiet, yeah. Thanks, Topper. Maybe some dev streams. I just want a chance to recharge, make sure everything's in order, do some work to some of the older builds. There's some outstanding tasks that need doing. I kind of want to completely redo the escape artist from the ground up as well. So there's a few bits instead. I'm not guaranteeing that I might not do so. Hello, Garrett. That I might do some dev streams. I might do some casual stuff. I might do some Fall Guys things. I might do some speed running. Don't know. Message from our sponsor Zeus.
Thanks for the fun stream, Ben. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, dumpling hole jack. Wilfred, I've already received your answer.
Thank you very much for the 200 bits there, Zeus, and the lovely message that went with it. Great fun was had. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I certainly had great fun. Can't speak for everybody, but I'm glad that you did. 2 weeks till the season finale. What have I got in the meanwhile? Probably should announce that as well. Tuesday is what I announced on Thursday. We've got... is it Plinko? I think I'm doing Plinko. I'm supposed to be right in that, I think. The Abyss by Sotley, The Penultimate Face-Off Heat, and Risky Business by Lupine. Thursday, we've then got Wordle, The Pyramid by me, apparently, so I need to write that. Message from our sponsor, Samster.
Can't wait for the bridge game of lies Tanabata tree mouth trumpet baby angel children crossing 2 o'clock handbag fire passenger ship end.
Thank you very much for the lovely message, Samster, around the 100 bits. And a message from our sponsor, Jack Wilfred.
C. The answer is C. Dot.
Oh, then TTS decided I had enough. Thank you very much, Jack Wilfred, for the 100 bits. Very grateful to you. ... That'd be a good raid message, actually. ... Thursday next week, Twitch Plays Wordle, The Pyramid by me, and Red Herrings by Sam is Acidic. That's all coming on Thursday next week. And if you're just here, and there's also a face-off heat that night, so actually next Thursday looking like it's going to be quite busy. And then next Saturday, we've got Number Wang, we've got The Escape Artist by Topper, we've got Data Leak by Dogfish, and we have got at least one, possibly both, of the face-off playoffs. All of the things going on as the tournament does come to its conclusion. And then we've got one more week with Hacker, Google That, The Purge, Plinko, Moneybox, and of course the season finale, which is going to have Only Connect, probably the last Only Connect we'll see on stream, The Hive, the grand final of Face Off, the penny prize draw, and then I'm wrapping the season up with Danger Zone. So that's all you've got going on my channel over the next 2 weeks, 8 PM BST, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, and then I'm off for a couple of weeks, but might do some spontaneous and or dev stuff along the way. Might make a new server game, that'd be fun to do, or I might do some more dev on Bridge Game, which is to be revealed, and more information about that coming very soon. Thank you all very much for watching. Thanks to all of the writers who contributed to the Spotlight questions. Of course, you get pennies that go with your scores as well in this game. Times your score by, I think it's 5. Is it 5 or 3? 5. Times your score by 5. That'll be your pennies that are added on. I'll give you some end of night pennies as well, because why not? There you go. And yeah, thanks very much for joining. It's been great. And thank you to Apodo for writing Cryptex earlier on. Hope you had fun with that. Let's see if there's anyone to raid at the end of the night. There's only 4 people online, and one of them is GDQ, which has got 100,000 viewers nearly. I don't think it needs any more. And one of them is Mr. Bean Hot Tub. So not really anyone that I know sort of well enough to raid. Goodness me, on a Saturday night. Thought it'd be busy in that. There we go. Why don't we go raid into Ash's server? Is Topper doing something in there? He's Topper's Toppers are going to do a very quick single round game of Slam before Connor's Press Your Luck. That's going on in Ash's server. So, have I still got that there? No, I haven't. Go join Ash's server. I can't remember what the code is. Is it Bash? Bash server? Bash Discord? Ash Discord? There you go. There's a Bash Discord. Ash Discord. Go join Ash's Discord. That will be our raid, and we'll all say hashtag ... into live chat. That'll be the raid message. Sorry, I'm advocating spam over to your server there, Ash, but it's a raid. I'll send you my audience and we'll say ... The payoff is we'll do a tiny bit of writing in live chat. Anyway, that's going to be it from me for this evening. I think we're going to go and watch... yeah, he's going to love that. I know he is. I think we're going to go watch the end of Stranger Things, maybe play some pool, spend some time with the family. I think we're going on a big walk tomorrow, so that'll be nice. I'm going for a run after church and then a big walk after that. I'm going to be fucking knackered. Until next time, though, do enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. You have been watching Game Night with Cryptex, Plinko, and Spotlight, but of course not in that order. Let me stop that bonus right there. Until Tuesday evening, when I will be back with Risky Business, The Abyss, and Face Off. Do be splendid and wonderful and marvellous to each other out there. Stay safe, and until next time, up in Royal Flush, take care. Peace out, and good night.